A good start here for the under 20 girls 200 meters. It's Williams, Coward, Clark, and a Fracabino Ford of Harrison College. So in spinning out the turn is Sierra Coward of Springer Memorial. It's all Coward all the way. There'll be no stopping Coward. Springer Memorial in the mix. Big points, I hope, for Springer Memorial, a Fracabino Ford, and Jill Williams of the Christchurch Foundation will finish up in third position. I know, Ian, you're excited about that.
About all the wins. Was excited about Jonathan Jones. Unfortunately, we missed that one, but he, as expected, won the under 20 boys 800.
Yes, and not the kind of time we would have wanted to see from him, but well, nevertheless, a win is a win.
If he had the opportunity to see the race, Michael, he took his time and really last 10 meters or so really eased up around the time of
156.
Yes, 156.25.
Yes. So there we saw another 1-2 for Harrison College boys. Rio Williams 159. Far cry from the 152 that he ran last year. But, you know, I think these guys have a plan. They come in with a plan. And once that plan is executed, we are all happy.
Sometimes, Michael, it's just good to win smart.
Yes.
You know, when you say it, conserve yourself, save your energy and conserve.
Work smart and don't work hard. So, under 20 girls, another section coming up. And these girls are chasing Shade Williams' zone and BSAC record. The zone record 23.97 and the BSAC record 22.61.
I remember that run.
Who wouldn't?
She qualified for the Olympics.
Correct.
She qualified for everything.
61.
Yeah.
Yes.
She qualified for everything.
Every single thing possible that year. Yes. So this next section coming up, we have from the Allen School in lane number 2, Shamaya Odin. In lane number 3, Hannah Connell of the Christchurch Foundation School. In lane number 4, Marissa Watts of Springer Memorial. Lane 5, Kriska Padmore of the St. George Secondary. And in lane 6, Janaya Drakes of Harrison College. I think our eyes will be on Hannah Connell.
Well, Shemaya Odin is in there as well.
Yes.
She's pretty good.
Yes.
Oh, what a difference a year makes, Michael.
Yes, it surely does.
Shemaya Odin has been coming along in leaps and bounds.
Constant training, dedication to the sport, doing the necessary things, working on strength, working on flexibility, working on speed. And of course, the mental aspect plays a part as well.
Self-belief always plays an important part in every sport.
So they're now set and they're off. Hannah Connell and Odin on the inside and making up the stagger quickly. So Connell, the tougher of the two, a powerful athlete there. Here she comes. Hannah Connell, not a quick turnover, but definitely quick enough to get her to the finish line before the others, and she does that. Odin finishing in second, third, going to Watts of Springer Memorial. So more points there for Christchurch Foundation
And
Springer Memorial as well.
When we heard the last set of points, both Foundation girls and boys were leading.
Yes,
and I believe that they will hold on.
Yeah, I believe they will hold on as well.
Double crown champions.
Perry and I, we were making the observation that there was only about 19 and a quarter points separating first and second.
Wow.
Among the girls.
have chipped away at that.
They've chipped away at the
From
lead.
30 something to 19. So they've done a lot of work. They've been doing a lot of work. They've been chipping away, but I dare say they may run out of events.
Yes. Real estate, you like to call it?
Yes, real estate.
So the under 20 boys will be up next. They have two sections. And you know, when I think about this BSAC under 20 boys record in the 200 of 20.80, set by Nicholas DeShong, then of the Ellerslie Secondary in 2011. You know, not even Obadiah Thompson would have run this fast as a schoolboy.
Wow.
And still, we're not seeing DeShong. We were talking about development.
Yeah.
We haven't seen DeShong develop the way that we would have wanted him to. A schoolboy running 20.8, you would imagine that would be as he continues and as he develops in the sport, that 20.8 would realize probably a 19 point by now.
It begs the question, though, Michael, about his handlers, because young people need guidance, and though they sometimes like to guide themselves, as a coach, as someone who is in charge, one has to be assertive and insist that certain things are done, because ultimately the best interests of the athletes are what coaches have at heart.
Correct.
And so it would be interesting to know what his handlers would have done with him, that after running this time, he wouldn't be able to come down.
He had a stint in Jamaica. It wasn't, I don't think it was a year, but he was in Jamaica. I understand he was also in the US at some point in time. But you are correct. It's how we handle the athletes, you know, after they show such great promise. So, are the under 20 boys out as yet? That first section? Yes, I believe they're out there.
They're setting their blocks.
Yeah, so the zone record, 21.72, set by Josiah Atkins. Last year, he's from Christchurch Foundation. Ian?
Yeah.
We have the lane assignments then for this one.
As we look at the lane assignments, in lane 1, representing the St. Leonard's boys, Terrell Hines. In lane 2, representing Combermere, is Khalid Carter. In lane 3, representing the Allen School, Leandre Walker. In lane 4, representing the Ursuline Convent School, Joshua Croney. In lane 5, representing Harrison College, Julian Ford, it looks like. And in lane 6, representing St. George Secondary, Rashawn Holder. Rounding out the field is Christchurch Foundation's Josiah Atkins, the record holder, at least the zone record holder, a time of 21.72 seconds. He is running out of lane 7. So let's see how they go. Around the turn, down the straight. That's the 200 meters for you. So in the background, the stadium announcer just giving the lane assignments. We've already done that. And a good day here at the National Stadium. Just one shower of rain really interrupting proceedings, but that wouldn't have put a significant damper on the proceedings. We are still running to schedule, Perry. Everything is looking pretty good so far.
Yes, they're rolling along nicely, Ian. Keeping the time schedule as close as possible.
So we just await the starters' orders now for this under 20 boys, the first of 2 timed finals. Of course, for the benefit of those who may not understand it, the idea of timed finals is all about the times, 2 sections. But what is important here is that these athletes cross the line, or attempt to cross the line rather, in the best possible time. And once you cross the line in the best possible time, if you're in section 1 or whether you're in section 2, you will take that top spot on the podium.
Yes, eyes are going to be on the young man from Harrison College, Julian Ford. Again, another athlete with immense potential.
But I will also be on Josiah Atkins of Christchurch Foundation. He is the record holder. We'll see how he goes. As a cooling breeze passes across the National Stadium and the athletes now receive their instruction to get on their marks. The red flag up. Oh no, that's for the discus. So some field events still in progress. High jump, discus, javelin, shot put. Not seeing any action by the sand pit. But all eyes are on these under 20 boys as they get ready to run this 200 meters. Now receiving the starters' orders. Hands still waving. So we're just about ready now. As we wait the start, the under 20 boys. First section about to get underway. Your call, Perry.
Okay, let's see.
Been asked to stand.
Anticipation, Ian, anticipation.
Yeah. Of course, these under 17 lads are using their blocks.
It's on the 20s, actually.
On the 20, rather. Thank you very much, Perry. The under 20 boys using their blocks, as is the standard for the senior athletes.
And we're finally off and running. And we see Julian Ford. What a start from Julian Ford. Looking nice and smooth in that drive phase of his coming off the turn now. We see him getting some work, challenge on the outside. The lad from Christchurch Foundation. Josiah Atkins and Ford. Josiah Atkins and Ford.
Josiah Atkins, Perry.
But Ford had a brilliant start. He was the best off the blocks. He really made Atkins run the latter half of that 200 meters. He came off the turn first. It looked like for me and Josiah Atkins just showed him why he is the record holder, and he started to pull those gears and step away. But a brilliant start from young Ford.
Well, some people say it's not how you start, Perry, but how you finish. And Josiah Atkins finished in a flurry there, really, taking absolute command of the race.
Yes,
with about 50 meters to go.
But as a coach, you will look at how Julian Ford started, and you can build on that. You can build on that, because if you can do so much damage in the first half of a 200 meters, and you all you have to do is get his speed endurance up, get the conditioning up, and let him run through to the finish. And I dare say that we will see a better performance from him in years to come.
I'll call you Coach Colonel, because I'm sure you have the secret recipe.
No.
To pour into that young man that he will be able to develop. But he certainly has shown tremendous potential indeed, Perry. And as you correctly said, once the athletes have the potential and then they get the correct handling, they're able to progress and develop from strength to strength. The second section, though, of the under 20 boys, they are now on the line.
Yes, and if we look through this list, we're seeing lane 1, Jamil Miller of Christchurch Foundation. Lane 2, Shaquan Glasgow of the Allen School. Lane 3, Ayo Toppin of Combermere. Lane 4, Jaid Griffith of Harrison College. In lane 5, Kadeem Lane of St. Leonard's Boys. In lane 6, Shajari Franklin of St. George Secondary. And in lane number 7, Maxime Alexander of the Ursuline Convent. That sounds like a very powerful name.
It does. I was saying the same thing to myself.
Maxime
Alexander.
Yes.
Of course, if we talk world history, Alexander the Great.
Correct. Maximus. Yes. So 7 athletes. In that previous time
200.
final, seemed as though the competitor there, Julian Ford from Harrison College, pulled up at the line. Well, when I say pulled up, I mean he slowed down at the line rather than run through. And you need to run through because these are time finals. So you may play second and end up in 5th position.
Oh, yes.
So they're off. Miller, Glasgow, Topping, Griffith, Lane, Franklin, and Alexander. And lane number 6, that looks like Franklin, is it?
On the inside,
And on the inside there,
Jamil.
from Griffith of Harrison College, is it?
That's
No,
Jamil.
that's Miller
Miller.
of Christchurch
Foundation.
Foundation. By far, Miller and Glasgow of the Allen School. So Jamil Miller there, landing Christchurch Foundation yet another win. Remember in that first section we had Foundation winning too. So once we get the combined results, then we'll see. And of course, they're looking to do the double.
Yes,
so
they
more
are.
points being added on to the rack for the
Christchurch
Christchurch
Foundation team.
lads. The under 17 girls. So we're coming down. A good high jump competition going on there.
And the lad from Christchurch Foundation again clearing the bar.
It seems like everywhere you turn, you're seeing black and gold. Foundation is everywhere. They too, I think we had mentioned that they have a new uniform.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. What does a new uniform do to the psyche of athletes, Perry and Ian?
Well, I think ultimately success breeds success to start with.
Correct.
So if you're successful on track, then when it comes to, let's say, the business aspect of things, because I believe everything has a business dimension involved in it, because the teams would have obviously approached sponsors and such like. And if you have been successful, you've come on track and you've represented and represented with some distinction, Michael, people in business would tend to want to put their monies behind a team that is successful. And when a team that is successful gets sponsorship and is able to acquire new uniforms, obviously at this stage of these young men and young ladies' development, when they see a new uniform, they like new things.
Of course.
They like to look sharp. They like to look good.
Yes.
So it's a psychological dimension in there as well.
I can think back on even with the Lodge School when we had this kind of drab blue, dark blue with it was just a plain vest that had the Lodge School written on it. And then I only happened to have 1 year of that new gear, and the new gear was a white vest which had the dragon on right at the front. You remember that,
is it
Perry?
a griffin?
Well, people call it a griffin. I call it the dragon of the lodge. Nevertheless, but when that uniform came out, it was like something new and refreshing, and you know, a lot of the guys wanted to be part of the team,
yes,
even if it's just to put on that vest. Just the look of it,
yes,
you know, encourage people.
And we also have to understand the psycho-emotional state of the athlete. We saw last year, St. George Secondary, they came out in new, when they had the parade of teams, they came out in totally new outfits, and they did a little presentation, and that lifted those athletes up so much, because they started to believe in themselves, because they're saying, hey, the school believes in me enough to afford me the chance to wear this new kit. So even you will find an athlete who may be an average athlete, but as soon as you don that new kit, it does something to him or her. They may not win a race, but they're going to be extremely competitive throughout the day because they're wearing that uniform with pride. So a lot can be said for you looking the part. You look the part first, and then you go out there and you perform the way you look, or try to perform the way you look. And that's all there is to it.
And of course, the new and contemporary designs help to augment the optics.
That sounds very good. that sounds like an ad. Like you're doing an ad for some company. What company are you doing that ad for?
Sports.bb, always.
Okay, so we're ready for the under 20 girls, the first of 2 sections. In lane number 1, Deandra Foster of Springer Memorial. Lane 2, Sarah Lawrence of Parkinson Memorial. In lane 3, Lalani Haddock of the Christchurch Foundation School. In lane 4, Keelan Padmore of St. George. Lane 5, Kayla Kernan of Harrison College. Lane 6, Abigail Mears of Anhill School. And in lane number 7, Jada Smith Padmore of the Combermere School. The zone record, Perry?
24.85 seconds set last year by Jalea Denny. And the BSAC record, 24.13, set in 2014 by Tristan Evelyn, then of the Springer Memorial.
So they're on the starters' orders. Perry, you can call this one.
Lilani Haddock, spinning
Yes,
pretty
we'll
good
keep
form
eyes
this
on her in
season.
lane 3.
This is her pet event, she tells me.
And there they go. She has a wonderful start, but on the outside as well, Combermere's Jada Smith Padmore. As they come off the bend, we see Lilani Haddock. She's the clear leader right about now. Haddock is leading. She's being chased by Sarah Lawrence. And we have Leandra Foster in there as well. But here comes Lilani Haddock. Is she going to hold on? Yeah, she holds on. A fast finishing Deandra Foster of the Springer Memorial School. She came from virtually out of nowhere to run into second position. So a good run from her. But Lilani Haddock, she had a wonderful start. She made it start on almost everyone.
I think Sarah Lawrence got in there for third as well.
Yes.
So we have the result of the under 20 girls 200 meters. And Hannah Connell, the winner, 24.80. Shamaya O'Dane from the Allen School, second, 25.49. And third went to Sierra Coward of Springer Memorial, 25.92. So that was the under 20 girls 200. As we get ready for the second section in the girls under 17 200 meters.
If you look at the points, though, acquired from that event, Christchurch Foundation, they gathered some 12 points. Spring Memorial gathered 11.
Yes. So at least they're doing enough to keep them off. And trust me, in this thing, 1 point can make a lot of difference.
Oh, yes. Like I was telling Ian, Michael, I think that the boys, especially this back and forth exchange of the lead, it may get very interesting down with the 4x4s.
4x4?
Oh, yes.
So if we look at those two teams, Christchurch Foundation and Harrison College boys in the 4x4, who would you bet your money on?
College.
On college?
Oh, yeah.
Remember, college basically has two athletes, two strong athletes.
Yeah, but two extremely strong athletes.
Yes.
Michael.
And how about Christchurch Foundation?
Christchurch Foundation.
Who do
they have
Delano Wickham.
Delano Wickham. They
That's
have
one.
the young boy's name. He
Raheem Tate Best.
Well, Raheem Tate Best has not been in the kind
He's not
of
in the
form
kind
that,
of nick that he really should be.
you know, if you put him up against, I would dare say against Rio Williams.
Rio Williams,
How
yeah.
do you think he would fare?
Ray Williams, actually, though, he's having a little challenge with his knees. He's feeling a little discomfort
Yes.
in his knees.
So
we have to see
we're
how
on
that
to our
goes.
second section then in the under 17 girls 200 meters. In lane number 1, Marielle Corbin of Combermere. Lane 2, Dari Miners of the Ursuline Convent. In lane 3, Rishana Padmore of the Christchurch Foundation. Lane 4, Jemiah Best of St. George. Lane 5, Ladidra Granham of Springer Memorial. In lane 6, Sadia Russell of Harrison College. And in lane number 7, Shawnica Griffith of Graydon Sealy. Some applause there for the foundation athlete.
That's
That's
Nathan Crawford Wallace.
Crawford Wallace, yes. Getting over the bar there in the high jump. He's doing quite well. Seems like he's the only competitor out there remaining in the high jump.
See him going across to speak to his coach. High fives all around.
An attentive audience, but there they go.
Yes, they're off. The 6
Starting in the
girls
17
now.
girls.
Whoa.
Second section. And as they spin
Ladidra
out the turn.
Granham.
Right now, into the straightaway, Marielle Corbin.
Oh,
Corbin of Combermere on the inside. She's running away with this one. It's Corbin all the way. Marielle Corbin. She's going to take this one easy. And from Harrison College, Russell. Sadia Russell will finish in second position. But Corbin looks fantastic.
She certainly
Good
does.
form.
Michael.
At least her running form looks nice.
She's another very focused young lady, young athlete. I had the pleasure of working with her for the CUT games as well. And she is one that has a lot of potential. So
We have three sections coming up then for the under 17 boys 200 meters. Well, these guys will have to set their blocks, etc. So we'll take a break and we'll be back quickly for the under 17 boys 200 meters.
With Ozone, get Wi-Fi with your MiFi. Get the Ozone data experience with your very own portable Wi-Fi hotspot wherever you go. No matter the device, share the connection, stay in the moment, and never skip a beat. Buy an Ozone MiFi and activate a MiFi or data plan of your choice. Get Wi-Fi with your MiFi with Ozone Wireless beyond a network.
Yes, Perry, we are back now, getting ready for the first of 3 time finals in the under 17 boys 200 meters. We have the first section on the line, and they'll be chasing the zone record set by Matthew Clark in 2016, then of Combermere School, 21.94. Tomorrow we'll see Matthew Clark representing the St. Michael's School. And Dario Aline of the Leicester Vaughan back in 2004 set a blistering BSSAC record of 21.13. And of course, Dario went on to win 3 Carifta Games medals, including gold. So what's the lineup like for this first section?
So we should be seeing in lane number 2, Jadea Jackman, Christchurch Foundation. In lane 3, Joseph Mitchell, Parkinson Memorial. So that's Mitchell Joseph. I realize that Parkinson Memorial has entered the athlete's first name, last name. And in lane 4, Mikhail Caravallo from Combermere School. All eyes will be on him. In lane 5, Shakir Haynes, Harrison College. In lane number 6, Henry Clark, St. Leonard's Boys. And in lane 7, Matthew Brown, the Allen School. So as expected, all eyes will be on Mikhail Caravallo in lane number 4. Let's see if he does not disappoint.
So they're now on the starters' orders. Jackman, Mitchell, Carvalho, Haynes, Clark, and Brown. The gun is gone, and they're gone too. So Carvalho immediately making up the stagger on the entire field into the straight and putting his side down. Mikael Carvalho, the others are chasing for second and third. There's going to be no stopping Mikael Carvalho, and he's a big lad.
Oh, yeah.
Carvalho, second going to Henry Clark of the St. Leonard's boys. But impressive, Mikael Carvalho.
Wow.
Well, he's impressed us with every performance he's putting thus far at this meet.
So, Combamere, there's some folks in there. So that's one of three. Remember, there are three sections here for the under 17 boys.
And so Carvalho has to sit and wait
Yeah.
to find out if he has the fastest time.
Do you have any more results there for us, Perry, while we await the second section?
We have two records falling. We have the under 15 girls long jump. 8th, Tamara Hoyt, Parkinson Memorial. 7th, Amani Kernan, Harrison College. And then in 6th position, Destiny Cap Chandler, Parkinson Memorial. 5th position, Brianna Boyce, Allen School. And 4th, Tia Spelling, Allen School. And the top 3. 3rd position, Rishan Herbert, Springer Memorial, 4.52 meters. And 2nd, Danica Giddens, St. George Secondary, 4.57 meters. And the winner, a new record holder from Ellerslie Secondary School, Tiara Stewart, 5:09, the old mark, 4:93. And in the under 17 girls high jump, we have a three-way tie for 6. Springer Memorial's Federa Deschamps, Christchurch Foundation's Chiara Chase, and Allen School's Leslie Ann Gaskin, 1.35 meters. We also have in 4th position, Ladidra Granum, Springer Memorial, 1.40 meters. Misha Nelson, tied second with Kyla Cummings from Christchurch Foundation. Misha's from the Conmere School, both of them at 1.40 meters. And the champion, a new record holder in the under 17 girls high jump, with a jump of 1.60 meters, we have Tia Hines of Harrison College. Also, we failed to mention, we have to give credit where credit is due. It's St. George Secondary School. I was here getting on and really excited about it. St. George Secondary School has a zonal record, and we're trying to get the results there for you. It's here.
Well, you do that, Perry.
But
Let's get
that,
ready, though, for the second section.
We're going to declare that record holder at the end of this. At the end of this section.
Lane 2, Ori Edwards, Ellerslie. In lane 3, Akil Howell, the Allen School. In lane 4, Veron Eiffel, Graydon Seeley. In lane 5, Jean-Pierre Hines of Christchurch Foundation. In lane 6, Jason Best of the St. George Secondary School. And Khalil Roberts of Harrison College. And there they go. They are of Jean-Pierre Hines already establishing himself, coming off the turn pretty hard and looking good. He's going to lead this second section all the way to the finish. It's going to be all Jean-Pierre Hines, an outstanding performer, beating them by some distance. In second place, it looks like Akil Howell from the Allen School, and possibly third is Ori Edwards of the Ellerslie Secondary School.
Yes, and that news for you, St. George Secondary School has written themselves into the record books for the zonal records with the help of Danica Gittins in the under 15 girls 200 meter hurdles. The old mark was 30.31 seconds, set it last year by Rihanna Morris of Christchurch Foundation, and she has now demolished that and set a new mark. As a matter of fact, gentlemen, 3 athletes went under the record. We had the top three. Malia Edwards of Spring Memorial, 29.97. Brianna Boyce of the Allen School, 29.77. And establishing a wonderful record here, 28.85 seconds. Danica Gittins, St. George Secondary School. Hard work pays off, and they have made their way into the record books for the first time in the zone.
And of course, we look forward to her running even better as she gets into the finals. Oh, there's still room for BSSAC records to be broken in the finals, guys.
Perry, did you get a chance to look at the under-20 boys shot put?
We're going to get to that after this. A lot of excitement happening in the field as well.
So let's look at the lane assignments here. In lane 2, Jared Ford representing the Commonwealth School. In lane 3, Natari Sargent, St. George Secondary. In lane 4, Anthony Evelyn representing the Ursuline Convent School. In lane 5, Daquan Clark, the Ellerslie School. And in lane 6, that looks like Keelan Clark representing the St. Leonard's Boys.
And I like this guy from the Ellerslie Secondary, Daquan Clark. He looks like a strong lad.
Ellerslie have not been doing badly at this meet. Of course, we've seen them in previous years dominating, particularly the 4x400 meters. That was, of course, in the area of Dijon and Antonio Maskell and so on.
Those guys,
famous Blagger boys, eh?
Yeah.
You know history behind that name? I wonder where they got that name from. Never heard that word before. Blagger.
Well, I actually came back to Barbados in 2010 and had the opportunity to be here for 2011 and wondered about it myself.
Yeah. Nevertheless, on the starters orders, Ian, you can take this one away.
Section 3. Under 17 boys, 200 meters. There they go in the middle of the field. Daquan Clark looking pretty good. So coming off the turn leading, and he is going to go into the straight leading. I don't think that's going to change as they now run down 80, 70, 60. Doesn't matter. Daquan Clark is going to take this one, and he's going to take it from the athlete in lane 6 there. Is that of St. Leonard's Boys? No, that's probably of... I see an athlete there that I'm not accounting for, because that uniform, that is Graydon Seeley. Okay. And I'm not seeing the Graydon Seeley athlete on our list. So that is something to look into. He was actually in lane 7, but he crossed the line in second place.
Well, you have Natari Sargent of St. George Secondary lean in on the lane and getting his torso across the lane. So he has secured third place in that heat. So we're going to see how the times match up and balance out, and which schools will get the top 8 positions and the points.
Times are important here.
We are doing well. Now you're talking about time. It's 2:34, and we have the under 15 girls and boys, and the under 13 girls and boys for the 400s, and then we have the 4x4s, and that will be it, guys.
200s.
After the 200s, it's the 4x4s.
And just like that, the estimator zone is over.
It's over and done.
Done and dusted.
Done and dusted. Wow. So today also went quite fast. Girls are there already.
Motoring along here.
So the under 15 girls, the first of 3 sections. The zone record by Kyla Cummins, set in last year. From Christchurch Foundation, 25.80. Tristan Evelyn holds the BSSAC record, 24.54. She set that mark in 2011. If we look at our lane assignments, Destiny Chandler of Parkinson Memorial in lane number 1. In lane 2, Melissa Gaskin of the Ursuline Convent. Naya Hope of Harrison College in lane 3. Ariel Beard of the Graydon Seeley in lane number 4. From the Christchurch Foundation, Janae Goodman in lane 5. Cairo Boyce of the Ellerslie Secondary in lane number 6, and in lane 7, Brianna Boyce of the Allen School. That will be the one. She will be the one that all eyes will be on. Brianna Boyce of the Allen School on the outside. And they're off and running, and not only did Brianna Boyce get a good start, but Janae Goodman of the Christchurch Foundation, she had a good start. So as they spin out the turn now into the straightaway from Harrison College's Naya Hope We didn't see her in the picture, but Nia Hope is running quite well. So it's Hope there, Boyce on the outside, and Goodman. So it's Hope is gonna take it.
it's
No,
Boyce
she
on the
did it
line.
right on the line, right on the line. Brianna Boyce of the Allen School beating Hope on the line, and Goodman of Christchurch Foundation in the mix.
It's certainly, and they'll have 1 week to prepare themselves for the finals.
That's right. That's right. And remember, those of you who need tickets, you can get your tickets from K. Shepherd on Broad Street, Saul Six Roads, Saul Warrens, and S.O. Blackrock. For the championship finals on March 15th and 16th, it's $30 for your tickets. If you want to come tomorrow on Friday, $15. So, lane assignments.
Section.
Go ahead, Ian.
Second section already on the line in lane 2. That looks like the Nail Niles of the Combermere School in lane 3. Kaya Kelman Wall, Christchurch Foundation. In lane 4, Tiance Waldron, Springer Memorial. In lane 5, Courtney Lewis, St. George Secondary School. In lane 6, Tiara Stewart, representing the Ellerslie School. And in lane 7, Jael Griffith of the Allen School. Harry, over to you.
And Perry, of course, you remember Tiara Stewart.
Oh, yes.
Now at the Ellerslie School, she was an outstanding athlete at the knapsack level.
Oh, yes. It's a joy to see these youngsters come up and secondary school and qualify to represent their schools. Let's see how she fares in this one. And she had a brilliant start there, Stewart of Ellerslie School. She had a wonderful, as she's out and flying, as she comes off the turn. Stewart still leading. And Stewart head and shoulders above everyone else. She's just slamming the field. What a run from this young lady, coming straight into under 15. Tiara Stewart of Ellerslie. Springer Memorial second.
Perry, did you see this young lady here from Springer Memorial?
Oh, yeah,
Waldron.
Tiance
Oh, my
Waldron.
goodness.
She's a tall one.
Legs.
She has long legs. Oh, my
Right.
Lord.
She
Now-
actually broke the record yesterday in the 400 meters for under 15 girls.
Good.
Oh, yes,
so,
she did.
so when we talk about talent scouting, this is one young lady. You have to look at body structure, etc. I like her. Tiance Waldron. Is she in a club?
She presently trains at the school.
She trains with the school.
Yeah, she
team.
trains with the
Okay.
school.
But she's 14 years old, but I like her.
Tremendous potential indeed.
She looks like she has some. We can work with her.
Pedigree.
Yes, we can work with her. Okay, Perry, third section here. Can give those lane assignments here quickly.
So we have in lane 2, Danica Gittins, St. George Secondary. In lane 3, Amani Kernon, Harrison College. In lane 4, Tonic Fleming, Combermere School. In lane 5, Naomi Ford Hines, Springer Memorial. In lane 6, Victoria Clark, Graydon City. And out there in lane number 7, Abian Burrows, Parkinson Memorial. I like the young lady from Springer Memorial, Naomi Ford Hines.
Yes.
I like, there's just something about her.
Quite a disciplined young lady. I think she works pretty hard. She's very focused. Let's see how she goes.
She didn't get the best of starts, but she's up and she's going. Ford Hines up there. She's done well. Coming off the bend. St. George Secondary comes off the bend first. Harrison College is right there with her as well. Kernon of Harrison College. Ford Hines trying to run back at them, but can we get there? Gittins. I told you this girl, Danica Gittins. Remember we saw her earlier going over the 200 hurdles, and I said I like how her built, I like how she looks. She's a diamond in the rough, so to speak.
Yes, and she's one of those young ladies, one of the athletes we were talking about who will emerge coming out of BSAC. We'll find one or two. So
Yeah.
Tiance Waldron, Danica Gittins, and we're gonna get some names. But Perry and Ian, we need to stop talking. We need to stop talking, and something has to be done. You know, a friend of mine sent me a message earlier this morning about because I made a comment about some young athletes who we have followed from knapsack,
Yes.
and some did so well at knapsack. When they got into secondary school, it was like, I never saw this guy or this girl compete for this school. Why? And they were the best at their primary school. Now, if you are the best under 13 at knapsack, Perry and Ian,
Yeah.
when you go into secondary school, especially if you move into the if you're still in the under 13 category,
Yeah.
we would expect to see you dominating at BSAC because all of those kids are gonna come up. If we don't see you, what's going on? What is really going on?
Well, there's certainly a number of different factors. I mean, because there are some young men and young ladies who may transition, may have a growth spurt. We talk about that a lot. A year in track and field can make a significant difference. One who may have been into another sport in primary school may suddenly come into the secondary school ranks and then just decide to run, try something,
That's true.
and may very well be very extremely dominant at that level. So there are variables that often factor into these things from time to time.
I do agree, but I think the percentage of athletes that we lose is way too great. We need to do something.
The attrition rate is
Yes,
too high.
Way
Too high.
So the under 15 boys are ready to do their thing. We have Tristan Gill of the Allen School in 2, Jadon Pierce of St. Leonard's Boys in 3, from the Christchurch Foundation School, Shea Prescott, Trey Waldron of St. George Secondary in 5, Tariq Holder of Parkinson Memorial in 6, from the Ellerslie Secondary, Shadane Phillips in lane number 7, and in lane number 8, Dylan Duquette of the Ursuline Convent. And they're chasing the Quan Clark record. He set this last year as an under 15, 23.27, and Darian Clark holds the BSAC record set in 2016, 22.13.
I'm seeing Jadon Pierce. He's looked pretty good.
So they're off and running here. First of 3 sections in the under 15 boys 200 meters. And who do we have up front here doing the
Jadon
damage?
Pierce.
Yes, Jadon Pierce. Pierce is well ahead of the field here. They'll be running to catch. Well, actually running for the second spot. I think the first is done and dusted. Pierce all the way home. Second and easing up. Why are you easing up? Guy there from the Allen School, Tristan Gill.
Almost nipped by
Almost lost it
Prescott.
on the line.
Yes. So that's the first of 3 sections there in the under 15 boys. And these are really rolling along. Rolling along.
Remember, there are no blocks to be set from here on down. So
That's right. So they're going to come fast and furious.
Oh yes.
So the second section then, Perry.
In
give
lane
us the
number
lane
3, we have
assignments.
Aiden Ogis, Allen School. In lane 3, Ramon King, Conmere School. In lane number 5, Dimitri Bourne, Christchurch Foundation. We saw him all day. In lane 6, Fabian Gollop, the Graydon Sealy. In lane number 4, Jeremy Small, Harrison College. And in lane number 8, Josiah Cato, coming straight out of knapsack. We're going to see how he fares. Thrown in the deep end of the pool. Apparently, he was sent in as a reserve for the actual guy runner who was supposed to run. So I don't think he would have come here today looking to run, but that happens.
These things happen.
These things happen. So let's see how much character he has, and if he can hold his own as a new boy on the block.
Wouldn't it be interesting if he were to go on to win this section, Perry?
They're off and running. Not a good start from Josiah Cato. And next to him, Harrison College, Jeremy Small doing well. Aiden August as the Allen School as well. He's coming out nicely as they come off the bend. We have the Harrison College lad, Small. Cato is holding his own so far. Is Jeremy Small and Cato. Small and Cato so far. And Cato fades at the last 20 meters into 4th, but Small did it. And we have Ogis is there as well. Dimitri Bourne. And then Cato. So, section 2 is done.
The assignment's already being given, so they're motoring along here, Barry.
So
Really not wasting a lot of time at all.
So we have in lane number 3, Jamari Ben, the Ellerslie School. In lane 4, Delano Thomas. Delano Thomas, Commerce School. In lane 5, Isaac Lawrence, Graydon Seeley. In lane number 6, we have Simeon Maynard, Harrison College. In lane 7, Oregon Straker, Ursuline Convent. And out there in lane number 8, Jamarco Gill from the St. George Secondary. And he's one to watch as well.
Of course,
coming back into a little bit of form, Jamarco Gill. And
record held by Daquan Clark, 23.27. That's the time they'll be chasing, set last year. We saw him in action a little earlier. And the BSAT record held by Darian Clark of the St. Michael School, a time of 22.13. Those are the times that these athletes will be chasing down. Just trying to get a good perspective as it relates to our camera angle here. The athletes, though, being asked to stand. So now the athletes coming to our shot.
And we'll talk about 2 results we just received for the 200 meters, under 15 girls and the under 17 boys. In the meantime, the athletes are down now on the starters' orders for section 2 in the under 15 boys 200 meters. They're off to a good start. Auguste, King, Bourne, Gollop, Small, and Cato. Well, actually, Cato was supposed to be there.
No, that's the wrong one. That's the 3, Gill.
Okay, we're on to 3, actually. That's Jamarco Gill.
Jamarco Gill on the outside.
Jamarco Gill. It's Gill all the way. Gill all the way. They won't catch Gill. Gill wins it easy. And second there between Ellerslie and Combermere, Ben and Thomas. But Jamarco Gill of the St. George Secondary, easy winner there.
I saw Jamarco at the beginning of the track season, and he was all over the place, out of sorts. And it's so wonderful to see him now coming back into his own and really being competitive.
Perry, where's the record marker? You're using a marker to highlight all these records.
I'm using my pen today.
Well, go right ahead and mark another record.
But the
under
officials
15 girls,
so
200 meters.
They've actually put the mark next to the.
That's good. So they're flagging these things for us.
The records for us.
25.77, a zone record set by Danica Gittins of St. George Secondary. Isn't this her second record?
Yes, that's it. That shows you the 200 hurdle strength coming to bear on the flat too.
Yes. 25.77. And Tiara Stewart of Ellerslie was very close to it too. 25.84. The record was 25.80. So a good run there from those two. Amani Curtin of Harrison College finishing in third, 26.43. No record in the under 17 boys, but Jean-Pierre Hines of Christchurch Foundation winning 22.33. And I believe we're going to be going back on track now for the first of 3 in the under 13 girls. Go ahead, Ian.
In lane 2, representing Harrison College, Janicia Wilson. In lane 3, Shante Morris, Christchurch Foundation. In lane 4, looks like Danica Applebath of Graydon Seeley. In lane 5, Shania Hunt of the Springer Memorial School. In lane 6, Kelia Bentham of Combermere. And rounding out the field in this first section of 3 is Risha Simmons of Parkinson Memorial.
I'm going to have our eyes on Shante Morris of Christchurch Foundation.
Has been impressive all day. Your call, Perry.
So they're on the starters' orders, on the marks. And where they go, good start from Shante Morris. And on the outside, the athlete from Combermere School, Kelia Bentham, running well, but coming off the bend first and showing her class and dominance. Shante Morris, a very strong run from her. Look at her go. She's pulling away from the field right about now. Christchurch Foundation, Shante Morris just powering to the finish line. She's going, she's gone. Easing up along the line, cruising across the line. Shante Morris, the athlete from Combermere School. Kelia Bentham was there in second. Looks like Springer Memorial's Shania Hunt there for third. But no doubt who the winner is in this seat. Shante Morris slamming the field, stamping her authority on that section. Remember, these are time finals. And we are already on to section 2 of 3. No wasted time here. So we're going to see in lane number 2, Tratisha Beckles of Parkinson Memorial. In lane 3, Sierra Marco, Harrison College. In lane 4, Gamara Combach, the Ellerslie School. In lane number 5, Tatiana Seeley, Conmere School. In lane 6, O'Shea Jordan, St. George Secondary. And in lane number 7, Davia Stewart, the Allen School.
The record
Yes, they're chasing
held
that
by Brianna Boyce, set just last year, a time of 27.15 seconds. The BSAC record set by Christina McConney of Queen's College. Remember her name? A time of 25.62 seconds. And that record was set back in 2011.
Will we have a new record holder this year? Let's see.
Yes. It's the young lady from Foundation. Is that Morris? I think she looks capable of possibly challenging at least the zone record.
Yes, at least the zone record, yes. I agree with you.
We await the official times though.
And kudos to the official there and for the finish time. The finish line. They have been churning out results very quickly today, and we must give them credit for that. Well, a job well done. As we have a little chanting war going on the eastern side, Conmere versus I can't make out what the other school is. But that's what it's all about, Michael.
Well, I remember it myself, of course. In those days, we actually were in the stands, Barry.
Oh, don't bring back those memories.
Yeah. Well, they're good memories.
Yeah, they're great memories.
I remember. They're great memories in the stands. I guess you're a bit closer if you're on the cycle track now, aren't you, Michael Jules?
You see a lot more from back up, from way back. Oh, we had a false start. But you see a lot more from further back, Ian.
Correct.
You certainly have a point there, Barry. You do see a lot more
from further back and higher up. The law school, I remember the law school posse used to be all the way up to the top of the stands, and we would see everything from up there.
Oh boy. So we had a false start in that second section. Athletes being recalled.
You see the conference going on over there, and all the starters and the assistants and stuff. They're there. The assistant starters, the starters, assistants, everybody's out there having a conference.
Of course, the junior athletes aren't DQ'd on the first false start. Not even sure if that was a false start, but there was definitely an issue at the start of the second section a while ago. As the voices of the teams continue to ascend here at the National Stadium, they're closely bundled together over on the other side of us, going back and forth. The chants and the, I guess, friendly rivalry, and certainly by now the inconspicuous absence of the drums that we so desperately miss.
And the trumpets and the bugles.
Oh
man.
But the Bahamas though.
What a festive atmosphere.
Michael Jules, are you going to the Bahamas for Carifta 2018? So we're going to get to enjoy some trumpets and some drums over there then.
Of course, that's the atmosphere that's necessary. See nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with it. So, on the line, competitors for, this is the under 13 girls.
Yes, this is the second section, and there they go. And we see the athlete from Ellerslie, Jamara Combach, looking nice in the middle of the field. On the outside, Davia Stewart running nicely as well. As they come off, is Stewart from the Allen School. Combach from Ellerslie. Stewart and Combach, those are the two best athletes right now. But Stewart on the outside, she's stamping her authority on it. It doesn't look as fast as the first section, but Stewart is there.
Oh, and
Conmere gets the second from Ellerslie. So that's the athlete Tatiana Seeley from Conmere leaning on the line. But this seat is looks a lot slower than the first seat in terms of that first place position. So we will wait.
And section 3 already on the line.
Ooh, this is going to be good as well, Ian, the lane assignment.
Yeah, the lane assignments in the second, in lane 2 rather. I'm seeing here, it looks like Alicia Downs of Christchurch Foundation. Lane 3, Kalia Goodrich of Springer Memorial. In lane 4, Kendra John of St. George Secondary. In lane 5, Tamika Husbands of the Allen School. And in lane 6, we have here Shania Griffith of the Ellerslie Secondary School.
And all eyes will be on Kalisha Downs in lane number 2 from Christchurch Foundation. She's been having a wonderful BSAC as well. Her first year in this arena as a secondary school athlete. They've been asked to stand.
Did we get the results of the under 15 girls 200?
Not as yet, Michael.
Yes, I think we did.
We
Was
did?
that the one with our friend from St. George Secondary?
Oh yes, Danica. She would have set a new record. We have here the under 17s as well.
Okay, good.
No records broken there. That's confirmation of the winner, Christchurch Foundation in the under 17 girls, Leilani Haddock, 25-23. And in the boys, Jamil Miller, Christchurch Foundation again, 21-93. And his compatriot, Josiah Atkins, 21-98. So valuable points there for Christchurch Foundation in the boys. And Springer get double points in the girls, and they're off and running in the final section. Kalisha Downs now trying to make up the stagger on everyone. She's on the inside. She has the whole world in front of her, but on the outside, running nice and strong, Shania Griffith of Ellerslie, as well as Tamika Husbands of the Allen School. Kalisha Downs coming down the home stretch. Her arms need to do some work for her arm movement. That's gonna slow her a little bit. But Husbands is holding on. Husbands from Downs from Griffith. Kalisha Downs, Michael.
Close finish there, Perry.
She was a little off the pace coming off the bend, and she really had to run back. I'm very concerned though about her upper body, the arms and stuff. It really shouldn't be. You want to see the elbow driving back, keeping it close to the body and driving back, punching back, and helping propel your torso forward.
And those are things that obviously the coaches would pay special attention to, and over time we would expect that there would be some improvements in those areas.
Because she has a lot of potential, and I am sure she's going to go far in the BSAC arena. And we're ready with the under 13 boys already up and flying. In lane number 2, Tion Haynes, Common School. In lane 3, Tyja Bishop, St. Leonard's Boys. In lane 4, Christian Griffith, Allen School. In lane 5, Tevin Brathwaite, Harrison College. In lane 6, Trey Callender, the Ellerslie School. And in lane 7, Shamoria Franklin, Graydon Seeley. Am I correct, or have they changed them? Oh, yes, I am correct. So, we are waiting patiently the start of the first of 3 sections in the under 13 boys 200-meter dash. These young lads are chasing the record, the zonal record of 26:19, set last year in 2016 by Jamarco Gill of the St. George Secondary. So my apologies to St. George. You all have a zonal record already in the boys, and now you have 2 in the girls. So, and the BSAT record set in 2009 by this name, I remember this youngster from the law school, Shea Nurse, 2009, 24:05. And there they go, off and running, and the athlete there from St. Leonard's Boys off on a flyer. Oh, he has made a mistake on everyone. Bishop comes off the bend first, and he's flying off the bend. He is way in front. Tyja Bishop leading them as they come down the home stretch. Tyja Bishop stamping his authority on this one. Allen School's Christian Griffith in second. And Commodore Sion Haynes, we saw him in the long jump, jumping well. finishing third in that first of 3 sections.
And as we move along pretty quickly here, Perry, we see the second section already on the line. So the lane assignments: Christian Alves in lane 2, Christchurch Foundation. In lane 3, Dante Padmore of Graydon Sealy. In lane 4, Rashawn Batson, Harrison College. In lane 5, Joshua Thorpe, St. George Secondary. In lane 6, Ismail Aline of St. Leonard's Boys. And in lane 7, that looks like Jaheen Herbert of Parkinson Memorial.
This one again, we see a lot of names here. I know for sure a lot of these guys. Christian Alves would have run at knapsack last year. None of the other names are jumping out at me in terms of knapsack participants last year. So these are guys who are now coming into the fray, so to speak. And there they go, off and running.
Look at the young man from St. Leonard's. He got a good start. That's Aline. Coming off the turn now and looking pretty good, but watch on the inside, Perry running out of lane 2, the young man from Christchurch Foundation, that's Christian Alves. But from my vantage point, Perry, it seems as though in lane 6 it is going to be Aline, followed by the young man from Harrison College, that is Rashawn Batson, and on the inside, Christian Alves is going to cross the line in 3rd position. Those are the top 3 finishers in that second section.
Yes, so we are really rolling here. The final section. And in lane number 2, Jaleel Grosvenor, St. George Secondary. And lane 3, Shamar Blanchard, Parkinson Memorial. In lane number 4, Thierry Gibson, Christchurch Foundation. In lane 5, Nathan Brathwaite, Combermere School. And in lane 6, Renako Brown, the Allen School. They're chasing 26:19, set by Jamarco Gill for the zone record. 24:05 is the BSAC record set by Shane Nurse from the Lodge School way back in 2009. And they're ready to go on their marks. Off and running. Good start. And we see on the inside St. George, that's Grosvenor and the athlete from Combermere, Nathan Brathwaite. But Grosvenor and Brathwaite, those are the top 2 in this seat. Grosvenor and Brathwaite. Who's going to get it? Who wants it the most is going to get it. Grosvenor and Brathwaite. Brathwaite is pulling away. Brathwaite crosses the line now. Grosvenor second.
Grosvenor from no, we had the young man from Combermere, Nathan Brathwaite. Then we had Grosvenor in second, and I think in third we had the young man from Aline, if I'm not mistaken. That was Brown.
Right. So while we await these 4x4s, I think that's the only event we have left on the track. So we have the under 20 boys shot put. 8th position, DeAndre Bascom, St. Leonard's Boys, 10.47 meters. 7th, Zane Franklin, Allen School, 10.87 meters. Tremaine Griffith of Combermere School in 6th, 11.14 meters. Lamar Springer of Combermere School in 5th, 11.53 meters. 4th position, Zion Hill, Harrison College, 11.90 meters. And the top 3. 3rd position, Jonathan Greenwich, Christchurch Foundation, 12.90 meters. 2nd position, Justin Adams here with Christchurch Foundation, 14.71 meters. And the champion and new record holder, the old record, 14.77 meters for the zone. The old record, and yes, I did say old record for BSAC. Old BSAC record, 17.40 meters. The new zone and BSAC record holder, Tristan Gibbons, Harrison College, 18.63 meters.
I understand he did that in one throw, Perry.
One throw and stopped.
Stopped. That was it.
So
took a seat.
We have some time before the 4x4, so we're going to take a break, and we're going to take a short break and come back to you live with the running of the 4x4s here to cap off the Esther Maynard zone here at the National Stadium, BSSAC 2018.
Looking for strength and energy? Try Ensure and Live with all-in-one nutrition for healthy bones, muscles, heart, immune system, digestion. Ensure and Live at a store near you.
With Ozone, get Wi-Fi with your MiFi. Get the Ozone data experience with your very own portable Wi-Fi hotspot wherever you go. No matter the device, share the connection, stay in the moment, and never skip a beat. Buy an Ozone MiFi and activate a MiFi or data plan of your choice. Get Wi-Fi with your MiFi with Ozone Wireless beyond a network.
Yes is a beautiful word. It empowers us. It brings satisfaction. And since you earn up to 3% cash back on everyday purchases with the Scotiabank Gold MasterCard, that's a lot of satisfaction, a lot more often. Plus, you get a welcome bonus from the get-go. Scotiabank Gold MasterCard is the card that keeps on giving, so it's easier for you to create many more precious yes moments. Apply for yours today. Call or visit a Scotiabank branch to find out more. Conditions apply.
When your kids fall, you're always there to pick them up. Sagicor wants to do the same for you. Introducing Life Protector, an invaluable policy that provides you with a lump sum payment should you be diagnosed with a critical illness. With added financial flexibility to keep your family's future bright, we'll provide a helping hand when you need it most. For more details, contact a Sagicor advisor today. Sagicor, wise financial thinking for life.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union Crib Club.
It's more than just money.
Home development with the Crib Club. You're young and you need to save money with the Crib Club. Savings have value and sustainability. So listen, children, show some discipline. It is beneficial for you. When you save, you see the value.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union Crib Club. More than just money with the credit union Crib Club.
Yeah!
Looking for strength and energy? Try Ensure and Live with all-in-one nutrition for healthy bones, muscles, heart, immune system, digestion. Ensure and Live at a store near you.
With Ozone, get Wi-Fi with your MiFi. Get the Ozone data experience with your very own portable Wi-Fi hotspot wherever you go. No matter the device, share the connection, stay in the moment, and never skip a beat. Buy an Ozone MiFi and activate a MiFi or data plan of your choice. Get Wi-Fi with your MiFi with Ozone Wireless beyond a network.
Yes is a beautiful word. It empowers us. It brings satisfaction. And since you earn up to 3% cash back on everyday purchases with the Scotiabank Gold MasterCard, that's a lot of satisfaction, a lot more often. Plus, you get a welcome bonus from the get-go. Scotiabank Gold MasterCard is the card that keeps on giving, so it's easier for you to create many more precious yes moments. Apply for yours today. Call or visit a Scotiabank branch to find out more. Conditions apply.
When your kids fall, you're always there to pick them up. Sagicor wants to do the same for you. Introducing Life Protector, an invaluable policy that provides you with a lump sum payment should you be diagnosed with a critical illness. With added financial flexibility to keep your family's future bright, we'll provide a helping hand when you need it most. For more details, contact a Sagicor advisor today. Sagicor, wise financial thinking for life.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union Crib Club.
It's more than just money.
Home development with the Crib Club. You're young and you need to save money with the Crib Club. Savings have value and sustainability. So listen, children, show some discipline. It is beneficial for you. When you save, you see the value.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union Crib Club. More than just money with the credit union Crib Club.
It's not about exercising. It's having the strength to do what you're passionate about. It's not about the road traveled. It's about the one to be traveled. An important thing in life is finding the perfect balance between body and soul. With a bottle of Ensure, you get the proteins, calcium, and 26 vitamins and minerals your body needs to live the best moments of your life with strength and energy. Your life, your health, your Ensure.
You miss dinner? With a bottle of Ensure, you get 9 grams of protein, 26 vitamins and minerals, and the calcium that your body needs. For the hectic moments of your life, drink Ensure.
With Ozone, get Wi-Fi with your MiFi. Get the Ozone data experience with your very own portable Wi-Fi hotspot wherever you go. No matter the device, share the connection, stay in the moment, and never skip a beat. Buy an Ozone MiFi and activate a MiFi or data plan of your choice. Get Wi-Fi with your MiFi with Ozone Wireless beyond a network.
We start with a yes, but when life takes unexpected turns, you can still say yes to more. The Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard gives you points with every purchase that you can use to travel anywhere. Fly on any airline, anywhere, anytime, with no blackout dates. Plus, with just 20,000 Scotia points, you can say yes to select destinations. With Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard credit card, it's easier to say yes to everything. Apply for yours today. Call or visit a Scotiabank branch to find out more. Conditions apply.
When your kids fall, you're always there to pick them up. Sagicor wants to do the same for you. Introducing Life Protector, an invaluable policy that provides you with a lump sum payment should you be diagnosed with a critical illness. With added financial flexibility to keep your family's future bright, we'll provide a helping hand when you need it most. For more details, contact a Sagicor advisor today. Sagicor, wise financial thinking for life.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union crib club.
It's more than just money.
Home development with the crib club. You're young and you need to save money. With the crib club, savings have value and sustainability. So listen, children, show something simple and it is beneficial for you. When you save, you see the value.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union crib club. More than just money with the credit union crib club.
So we were with Kobe Hudson. Kobe, now you absolutely shattered the record in the 400 meters under 15 boys. Is that your pet event? Is that the event that you were concentrating on? And was it your objective today to run down the record?
Well, today my objective really going into the race was just to win it. If the record came along, of course I'm happy with it, but the event that I'm really focusing on at BSSAC is going to be 400. I will be running the 8 as well, but 400 really will be my focus.
Will you be running the 2 as well?
No, I start running 200s.
Okay, well, congratulations to you, Kobe. All the best in the remainder of your events, and we certainly look forward to seeing you in the zonal meet and in BSSAC doing some fantastic things for Christchurch Foundation.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Perry. Here with Hannah Connell, an outstanding run in the 100-meter event that we just saw. Hannah, how are you feeling about your run?
I feel good about it. My legs are open up and I feel relaxed.
Fantastic. Now, we saw you at the end of the 400 meters. You were a little bit disappointed. I don't know, your body language. Were you disappointed?
No, I was happy about it.
In the 400?
Yeah.
Okay, so we know 400 is not your event, but were you in your mind today running against your own record at 12.18 that you would have set last year? Were you thinking to challenge that this year?
Yes, please.
In your mind, again, what kind of time are you looking to run? Are you hoping that at the end of the event you would have run?
At least 11.9 or 12.0.
11.9, 12.0. What's the correct qualifying standard?
11.80.
11.80. And I know that in the back of your mind as well, you must have Carifta as one of those goals that you want to achieve.
Yeah, for the hurdles, 100 hurdles.
Can we look forward in terms of the rest of the season? We will be seeing you. We obviously expect to see you at the zonal meet and certainly at BSSAC. But what about the meets that you will be having on Saturdays and those types of championships? Are you going to be participating in that as well, in those meets as well?
Yes, I will.
All right. Well, congratulations on a good run. I really hope that you have broken your record, and we look forward to seeing you for the rest of the day.
We're here with Jalea Denny. We're here at Christchurch Foundation in the House Sports at the National Stadium. She's the champion in the under 17 girls 100-meter dash. It was very close on the line. Jalea, can you talk us through the race from the start to the finish?
My strategy was to strive 10 meters at least and strive through the rest.
So your drive phase, you had a 10 meter drive phase. Okay, and you came up with blocks already, but I saw yesterday you were doing a lot of work with your starts. Not with the blocks. Why aren't they using the blocks at the sports?
I'm not sure, but it would be better to use blocks to get that push.
Yes, we had that discussion yesterday at St. Michael's School Sports as well. But moving on, it came onto the line 12.66. Lenani had 12.69, and Dominique Wood, I believe, she was started with 12.83 or something like that. That 12.66, what does that mean to you?
Well, it was a rough start from this season so far, but I'm gradually getting there from 12.90 to 12.66, so I'm improving as it goes on.
And that 12.90 was just last Saturday, so in the space of just less than a week, you've lowered your time to 12.66. By the time BSSAC roll around and trials roll around for Carifta, where can we see Jalea Denny aiming to be?
Well, I'm aiming for 11.95, and I know I have to put in a lot of work to get there.
Okay, so and you're in how many of the relays this afternoon?
Leilani Haddock, she's coming through. We've seen you come through all of the ranks. We've seen you at knapsack, we've seen you at under 13, under 15, and now under 17. What has that journey been like for you?
Well, not all the time I would have won, so it was a tough journey, but I didn't give up, so I'm proud of that, and I will keep pushing and pushing.
In terms of your development right now, where would you say that your strength lies? What is your pet event? We saw you competing in the 4, and in the 200. You won the 200. What would you say is your pet event at this stage? Because even though you wanted to, that may not be what you prefer. Where is your strength right now?
Well, to be honest, my pet event is the 200. Because in the 100, I don't really get a fast start. So I'm starting to focus more on the 400 and the 200.
So coming from the primary school, your events mainly would have been the sprints, the 1s and 2, and you transitioned obviously when you would have gone to foundation, now into the 2 and the 4. What is the goal and the focus beyond BSAC, maybe even Crifter? How do you see yourself? What do you see track and field as something that you may want to pursue, maybe to reach the elite level one day?
Yes, please. I honestly want to get a scholarship, and I hope I get one because I would like to go on to college and excel over there.
For the rest of the day, you have how many events left? The 4x1? Are you running the 4x4? Of course, it's an open event. It's for the young ladies. We have, I'm seeing 7 teams, in fact 6, who will face the starter. They have very keen competition we've had here, Perry. Christchurch Foundation certainly eyeing the double. The defending champions in the girls and last year's runners-up, first runners-up in the boys, looking to turn around those fortunes this time around.
Yes, but Ian, it doesn't matter. I always say this. It doesn't matter if you win or not. These are for bragging rights. And I'm looking at the Harrison College girls team, and that is a special team there as well. So even though Harrison College isn't factoring the top 2, they're still going to want to go out stamping their authority on these 4x4s in the girls. And Michael, I was saying just we have the 4x4s and we were looking at the points just now, and it looked pretty close. And then the Christchurch Foundation posse was screaming and cheering, and then the stadium announcer kind of burst the bubble and let them know, well, these scores do not include the last 4 field events that have not been they have not been added to the scores as yet. So, and we know for a fact that the Harrison College we're doing some good work out there in the field, and Spring Memorial as well. So right now everyone has to run.
So it's really not done and dusted.
Nope. We have a long while before we can dust this one off.
So let's look at some lane assignments. In fact, no, let's look at the records first. The girls will be chasing a time of 3 minutes or 17.71 seconds.
That can never be the girls. Never be the girls. Oh
my goodness, Michael Jules, did you come and touch the system here? No, I have the girls' scores in front of me.
There you go.
Oh. Hey, did you do that, Mr. Jules?
Not at all. It was far away from
all right.
From the
I don't know how that happened, but let's look at the records. In terms of the zone record, is held by Christchurch Foundation, and the time is 3 minutes 53.20 seconds, set just last year. A team which consisted of Sarah Bell, Tiana Bowen, Hannah Connell, and Yearwood. And the BSAC record held by the Combermere School, set back in 2012, 3 minutes 48.47 seconds, Perry. The stadium announcer in the background just giving information as it relates to the lane assignments. In lane 1, I see Harrison College. Lane 2, the Combermere School. In lane 3, the Allen School. Lane 4, St. George Secondary. Lane 5, Spring Memorial. In lane 6, the Ellerslie School. In lane 7, Christchurch Foundation. And that
7 schools in this one.
Yeah, that pretty much brings us to the end in terms of lane assignments.
So 350, 320. And if you know, last year Sarah Bell was part of that team. Hannah Connell was part of that team. We don't have Tiana Bowen with us now. Yuriko Harewood was part of that team. She's not here anymore. So Foundation has instead a replacement, Hoyt, Rosette Hoyt. I don't see who the 4th leg is, but we'll see how things go. Kyla Cummins on that squad.
Kyla Cummins, she's listed here.
So they're off. 4x4. This is the girls open 4x4.
Sarah Bell goes out hard in the first leg.
So Bell is gonna start things going for them. Over on the eastern side, all of the students are almost on the cycle track and almost on the track itself. So a hard run there for Sarah Bell. She's way out. So she'll have to run past the finish line and go a little further to hand over to the second leg. Can you see who's running the second leg for Christchurch Foundation, Perry?
No, we can't see from our
can't make out
point.
who that is. So it's Christchurch Foundation with the lead. And that's Sarah Bell. Slowing down now. Tiring. Combermere in there as well. Combermere actually handing over second. Springer Memorial now. Harrison College in there. And that's Sharissa Moore, who is going to try to move Harrison College up a notch. Rosette Hoyt running the second leg for the Christchurch Foundation as they break. Perry?
Yes, and Rosette is going up nicely. We see that's Combermere, Springer trying to get back into contention. Harrison College with Sharissa Moore running back as well. Christchurch Foundation has a sizable lead. We got to see what they have in store for the last two legs. But I see Harrison College lined up, Layla Haynes, and she's gonna, she has a big heart. We're gonna see what she does with that.
Perry, look at Beyonce Waldron running for Springer Memorial.
Fantastic leg there. Beyonce Waldron really running. Oh my, she has run the leg of her life. A beautiful leg from Beyonce. So Springer now in second. Layla Haynes now in third position for Harrison College. Let's see how Layla Haynes will do here.
But up front, Kyla Cummins, she has a very big lead. A lot of cushion in there for the team.
Haynes is really putting her foot down though, Perry and Michael. She's running hard at Deandra Foster.
I have never seen Layla Haynes run a 4 like this in my life.
Wow. That girl is special. That's all I can say. She's special. Wow. So Foundation still holding on to the lead. Springer Memorial now holding on. Layla Haynes, the third leg. Wow. Woo! It's hot. Final leg now.
Oh, yes. And Tricia Phillips, she's going to run the last leg for Springer Memorial, and she's going to chase down.
Afraka Bino Ford for Harrison College. Combermere in fourth. Wow.
Right, Springer Memorial is running back into things.
Tricia Phillips running a leg of her life.
This is all heart here.
Yes.
All heart, Michael Jones.
Afraka Bino Ford trying to catch them. She'll have a lot of work to do. 200 meters out. Christchurch Foundation still holding on. Tricia Phillips trying her hardest to catch the Christchurch Foundation team. Don't think they'll do so though. So about 3:42 on the clock here.
Oh my goodness.
Not the record.
No, they're not on record pace.
But a win will be enough for Christchurch Foundation School. And they've won the girls. A good run from Tricia Phillips anchoring Springer Memorial into second. Christchurch Foundation, Springer Memorial, and Harrison College finishing in third.
And I reckon, Michael Jules, that as they would have finished in that 4x400 meters, that is probably how it will finish.
They will finish
in the girls overall.
Yes. I've never seen Tricia Phillips' legs turn over that quickly before in my life.
I think there's something that happens to a guy when
a girl,
an athlete, when they get the baton for a 4x4. Wow.
Oh yes.
Whoa.
Very
Just
good run.
waiting until the girls are so excited.
Yes.
Have to wait until the last person finishes. Now they can go. So the victorious team there from Christchurch Foundation going down
to the fans.
Yes, and I'm sure the fans will applaud them.
And you understand, Michael Jules, there was no Hannah Connell.
And Hannah Connell didn't run in that relay team.
Hannah Connell.
That is true.
Could you imagine next week?
Oh, Lani Haddock. And she's a better 400
That's
runner
true
as well.
And they did not have Lilani Haddock in there as well.
All strategy.
So we'll see what will happen next week.
The line has been drawn in the sand.
They have the depth.
And the gauntlet has been laid down, Michael Jules.
Oh my goodness.
So what we'll do though is to try and see if we can get into this machine here. See if it can give us some points. The boys are coming up next. The boys are not going to be less exciting because I tell you, Harrison College. So in the meantime, while we search for points, we're going to give a replay. So you guys who would have missed it because you probably were jumping and screaming in your office and oh, getting all. Okay, so that was a replay there of the final moments of the girls 4x4. The team here from Springer Memorial. I have to say again, Ian, Tionce Walren, that young lady, number 1206, that is. Oh, and we see the rejoicing over on the eastern side. The Springer girls getting into fun.
But look at Shante, she's quite a character. But Tionce Walden is in second form. Second form. And she was able to compete with those senior girls. Sharissa Moore.
Yeah.
She was able to hold off Sharissa Moore on that second leg.
Yes.
And that certainly speaks volumes.
She has great promise. Yes. Great promise. But let's look at the points quickly before we get into the final event of the Saul Esther Maynard zone. In the girls, Ann Hill is 3 points. Ursuline Convent 6, Graydon Sealy 42, Parkinson 46, Ellerslie 78, St. George Secondary 113, Combermere 153, the Allen School 210.5, Harrison College 276, and I think, as we said for a while, the top two, Springer Memorial 425 and Christchurch Foundation 459.5. Perry, is it done and dusted for the girls' championship?
It's done, it's dusted, and we've hung up that piece of material for next year. I think it's safe to say Christchurch Foundation will repeat as champions in the girls.
And how about the boys, Ian?
In 10th place, the Ursuline Convent. They have amassed 2.5 points. In 9th, Parkinson Memorial 30. In 8th position, Graydon Sealy Secondary School, 64 points. In 7th, we have the Ellerslie Secondary School with 106.5 points. In 6th, the St. George Secondary School, 142 points. In 5th, the Combermere School with 216 points. 4th place goes to the Allen School with 227. In 3rd, the St. Leonard's Boys, 262.5 points. And the top two, in 2nd position, Harrison College with 372.5 points. They were the defending champions, and with only one event left, Michael and Perry, I usually call you by your last name, doing the double. Christchurch Foundation, 399 points. Safe to say that both boys and girls championships in the Saul Esther Maynard zone will be heading to Churchill Christchurch. That's where I'm from. That's my constituency. So I will participate in those celebrations as well, even though I presently work at Springer Memorial. So I've gotten 1 and 2.
And your
winning.
alma mater is Ellerslie.
And my alma mater is Ellerslie.
And this is that I was telling you, Ian, this is just for bragging rights now.
It certainly
this
is.
4x4 right now is for bragging rights.
Now you know that things are going to change next week, of course.
Oh, they certainly will. St. Michael.
Oh,
St. Michael's School. Oh, they're going to be present.
Oh, my.
The likes of Kyle Gale and Tony Hoyt Small.
And And any
Nathan
two others.
Ferguson.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Nathan Ferguson.
Yes, Nathan Ferguson.
done.
Oh my goodness, I forgot
gosh.
him.
You could put anyone with the three of those. And you,
So Christchurch Foundation last year in the boys set a record of 317.71, and that team consisted of Atkins, Briggs, Hoyt, and Leacock. Are any of these guys present?
Josiah Atkins is.
No Briggs, no Leacock, no Hoyt. But instead, they have
Delano Wickham.
Wickham.
You have-
Actually, Hoyt is here. Brendan
Yeah.
Hoyt is
Oh, yes,
here.
yes.
Brendan
But they
Hoyt.
have Delano Wickham, Andre Callender.
Shane Thorne.
Those two.
You got
So-
Shane
And
Thorne.
Josiah Atkins as well.
The team named here is Josiah Atkins, Andre Callender, Brendan Hoyt, and Delano Wickham. Harrison College has Jonathan Jones, Rio Williams, Nathan Thornhill, and Rasheem Griffith.
Oh.
So,
This is going to be a scorcher.
oh my goodness. Let's look at the record though for BSSAC, 313.77, set by Ellerslie School in 2011. Of course, we know that bomb squad team
those
who
Black
went on
boys.
to become the first Barbadian team in the history of the Penny Relays, not only to go there, but also to make it to a final.
Oh, yes. And
So-
those boys were exceptional.
Yes, 317.71. That's a lot of running for these guys here, so we'll see how things will unfold. What are the lane assignments?
In lane 2, the Combermere School. In lane 3, we have St. George Secondary. In lane 4, the Allen School. In lane 5, Harrison College. In lane 6, Christchurch Foundation School. And in lane 7, the lads from the St. Leonard's Boys. Rounding out the field, Perry, this is going to be a thriller.
This is going to be a good way to end the Salt Esther Maynard zone.
We'll end on a high here. So it's going to be between, really, Harrison College and Christchurch Foundation. Let's take it in, Perry. Christchurch
Yes.
Foundation going out very
Christchurch
hard.
Foundation is gone.
Oh, my.
Harrison College is there as well, looking nice. So Christchurch Foundation and Harrison College, those are the two top teams.
Harrison College reeling them in, though, as they approach 200 meters, Perry.
And Harrison College started out with Rasheem Griffith.
Yes.
I think they're trying to get a lead.
Yes, they are.
But so far, Foundation is hanging in there. Christchurch Foundation has not let them go. So things are looking pretty tight here between these two. Harrison College. Oh my, Brendan Hoyt running a magnificent leg there. So it's going to be really tight here. Christchurch Foundation and Harrison College.
Is that Rio Williams you're seeing there?
No.
But
So
Delano
there-
Wickham running the second leg there
Yes,
for
Delano
for
Wickham
Christchurch Foundation.
And looking rather composed as he goes down the back stretch. He's going to be chased hard. Who's chasing him? Is that Rio Williams from Harrison College chasing
No,
him?
Rio is not up yet. Is it Rio?
But
I think you may be right.
Delano Wickham exceptional.
Delano Wickham is just class.
Oh, yes, he is. Yes, he is. It's
Just
not
class.
Rio Williams running the second leg, no. Getting ready now for the third leg. Foundation then goes. And Harrison College. The battle between those two. Aline in third. Combermere, St. Leonard's, and St. George. But as they head down the backstretch, is all Christchurch Foundation. Harrison College will have anchoring though. Jonathan Jones, that's a 46-point man. All they have to do is to close the gap. They just need to close the gap. That's all we want. But the Harrison College competitor is not closing the gap. He's not giving Jones the distance that he needs.
No, he's
so
not.
Jones is going to have a lot of work to do.
And he's waving his hands, signaling, come in.
Give it to me. So Foundation now hands over.
Let's see how this one will go. Jonathan Jones has the baton now and he's gone. He is gone, Michael Jones.
Can he catch him?
Let's see.
Oh.
I made that about 50 meters in
All
terms
eyes
of
are on the
distance.
front.
Oh my
there.
goodness. Yes, it's about 50 meters. 50 meters.
For him to bring him back in, that's going to be something special.
And I'm sorry I didn't get the split.
But he is special, Perry, and he is closing the gap, mind
But
you.
is he that special?
Let's see how special he is. 200 meters left.
He has closed the gap.
He has closed the gap. I don't think he's going to catch him. He's rolling in. He's reeling him in.
Oh my goodness.
Reeling him.
Look at Jonathan Jones.
What
He's
a
closed
run.
the gap significantly, but not enough.
Not enough.
Not enough. Christchurch Foundation, he ran his heart out.
Oh my.
But I can tell you this. All Harrison College needs to do is to get that baton to Jonathan Jones a little closer.
Yes.
That's
That
a
third
little
leg.
closer.
That third leg.
Yes.
Let them down.
But remember, it's going to be different come next week.
Yes, because that luxury may very well be erased by that St. Michael team.
It's the Michael team. Oh my. I'm going to be talking to my good friend John Hollingsworth to find out what his thoughts are if he got to watch this.
Well, Michael, we want to go back very quickly and take a look at the replay.
Yes, let's look at the replay.
Oh my goodness.
And Jonathan Jones is special. For him to reduce a 50-meter lead to 15 meters or 10 to 15 meters is exceptional. It's scary what he can do if he was closer. Whoa. That's a big run. Whoa. We see the finish. Jonathan Jones, just not enough real estate. He didn't, the third leg really let them down. That third leg, the athlete in the third leg needed to push some more. Keep that distance close.
Yes. They needed a much closer distance in order for Jonathan Jones to be able to execute.
What a way for Christchurch Foundation to seal victory in both the boys and the girls by winning both the boys and the girls 4x4s. I'm sending a message to all in the sundry out there in the Frank Blackman zone that we are here, we are ready, bring your best. They may be a little sorry to send that message because this Racing in the Rings a very, very determined and talented and strong St. Michael's School team. So we're in for a battle.
Churchill is going to be celebrating tomorrow, I can tell you. And congratulations to Siebert Strawn and Ricky Carty and the entire coaching staff over there at the Christchurch Foundation School. They really understand organization. They have depth, Michael Jules. They have come out, they have executed, they have strategically assigned their athletes to the various events where they believe they could possibly extract the most points, and credit goes to them. They have done exceptionally well and they deserve
for sure
to be champions.
And both the girls and the boys have put in some great performances. I'm just checking here now to see if that final event has been scored. The 4x4. Haven't seen a score here. A score for the girls for sure. So I'm going to go and come back in. But your final thoughts, guys, as we round up what has been a very exciting 2 days of the Saul Esther Maynard zone.
Wow. Not at all disgrace, though, is Springer Memorial, because they have won this zone in the very first year.
Yes.
And they have won the BSSAC title for a number of years. But there's only one team who has been able to surpass them. So it still says, to us that they are still doing good things.
Oh, of course, of course.
At the moment, Foundation is just a cut above the rest.
Yes, Christchurch, like I said, the most complete track and field team here today, Christchurch Foundation School, and it was led very efficiently by the PE teachers and the sports PE department. They had some exceptional multi-event athletes in there. They had some talented athletes in both the males and the females. Everyone pulled their weight. I dare say that they really came here with the game plan set. They had the notion they were going to go for the boys and girls championship. They executed everything nicely, and kudos to them.
And as the kite in our shot
is
soaring high,
when we begin to talk about athletes who did a fantastic job, of course, everyone came out and gave their best. But I was especially impressed with this young lady, two young ladies, the young lady from St. George Secondary,
Danica. Yeah.
Yes.
as well as Tionce from
Springer Memorial.
Memorial. Those two young ladies were really impressive today. And I must say that going forward, we need to think about longevity for these athletes. When we talk about long-term athlete development, where do we see these young ladies going in the next 4 years? When they reach the under 20 level, I'm hoping we don't have to be asking what became of, but rather where did they go? We can say they probably went on to scholarship, as we've mentioned many of the athletes here who have gone on. They've had records and gone on. And it was really good to see also St. George Secondary being factored in some of the events, winning some of the events, setting records. It really speaks to what the physical education teachers are doing, what the coaches are doing at schools such as St. George Secondary.
But to add to that as well, though, I want to mention also the presence of the Anhill School and the Ursuline Convent School as private institutions who are also coming out and participating
and getting points.
Yes,
and
for sure.
we have to add to those another. Of course, Jonathan Jones is a kind of is class of by
Class
itself.
act.
Top athletes for me in this zone. And we can debate this a little later, but top athletes for me in this zone. I agree with you with Tionce and Danica. I also want to Layla Haynes, Sarah Bell.
Yes.
Also spreading her name in the record books twice, and then running that excellent first leg in that 4x4. Jonathan Jones. Those are the ones who stood up for me. Of course, we can't leave out Nathan Crawford Wallace, a multi-eventer. He really did well. So
how about Shantae Morris?
Shantae Morris coming into secondary school and really stamping her authority on the 13th division. That is exceptional. Daniel Duncan as a youngster coming into the arena as well.
Lest we forget Kobe Hudson.
Oh, Kobe Hudson.
As well.
There's a lot of talent in this zone, and those athletes are going to be looking to see how they measure up against the best from the Frank Blackman zone as well.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
You guys have a lot of homework to do, because what we will need to do come tomorrow is to put alongside each other those outstanding results from this zone against those that we will see over the next 2 days in the Frank Blackman zone. And then, of course, all of that will mean nothing when we walk into next week, when they all come together for the big finale, because then we'll be starting from scratch.
Also, Michael, don't forget, when we do all that and we sit in our panel and we come up with our top athletes from each zone, we're going to give you, the fans and the viewers, the opportunity to vote on the viewers athlete for BSSAC 2018. So at the end of both zones, we are going to have a list, an honor roll, so to speak, top 3 athletes from each zone, and we're going to put them up on our website. You're going to know who they are, and you, the viewers all over the world who are viewing sports.bb, you're going to get a chance to affect a talented athlete or two here in Barbados, here at the National Stadium, here at BSSAC 2018.
We've talked a lot about the St. Michael School team, but one of the athletes that I'm very excited about seeing tomorrow is Tafari Bishop from Courage and Power.
Oh, yes.
Very excited about seeing Tafari Bishop.
This guy, you know, when you think about Jonathan Jones coming from Courage and Parry going to
Harrison College,
Rashim Griffith doing the same thing. Tafari Bishop, he's the next big thing in distance running.
Oh, yes.
Very impressive in the 800 and 1500. So he's one that all eyes will be on again tomorrow. I know he's kind of hurt, but Darian Clark, he's a special kid as well.
He's class.
Yes.
He's class.
So, you know, tomorrow on Friday, you guys who are watching, there's still lots of talent. And I know, Ian, you commented about the fact that you asked me the question, why do we have so much talent and what happens to them? You know, and so we want to see this talent going even further and further afield. You mentioned the 2020 Olympics.
Yes.
The fact that maybe 1 or 2 coming from the BSSAC could be on that trip to Tokyo.
Well, it may very well be the case, but we certainly want to see our athletes progressing. I mean, it makes no sense. We have a lot of talent. We have a lot of raw material, but we want that raw material then to be refined, Michael.
Yes.
We want that raw material to be, refined and taken then to the elite levels and see them progress and really represent Barbados on the world stage.
So I believe we now have our final scores in. So Perry, you want to do the honors with the girls?
Of course, thank you very much. Right, so in the girls, 11th, kudos to Ann Hill School, getting 3 points. Ursuline Convent in 10th position, 6 points. Graydon Celia in 9th, 42 points. Parkinson Memorial 8th, 46 points. They're in 7th position. The Ellerslie School, 78 points. In 8th position, St. George Secondary School, getting in the triple figures again. Last year did it. They came back again and did this year. 117 points. In 5th position, Commonmere School, 159 points. 4th position, the Allen School, 215.5 points. And the top 3, Harrison College, 3rd, 284 points. And just these 2 schools were just a cut above the rest. 2nd position, Springer Memorial, 435 points, and just stamping the authority on it, running away with it, defending the championship emphatically. Christchurch Foundation School, I'm so excited. First, 471.5 points, holding on, defending the championship, and showing them that the rest of the ladies out there, that they're the class act to follow in the zone.
A difference of some 36.5 points.
Correct. Wow. So Ian, how did the boys fare?
In the 10th spot, the Ursuline Convent amassed 2.5 points. In 9th position, Parkinson Memorial, 30 points. In 8th, Graydon Seeley Secondary School with 64. In 7th place was the Ellerslie Secondary School. They were also 7th among the girls. They amassed 106.5 points. In 6th place, the St. George Secondary School. Kudos to them for their efforts. 146 points. In 5th place is the Combermere School. 222 points. The 4th spot went to Aline with 235. In 3rd was the St. Leonard's Boys. 267.5 points, and the top 2 who have separated themselves really from the rest of the pack, the lads from Harrison College, Compton Street, 382.5 points, and the new champions among the boys, Christchurch Foundation, 411 points.
Almost some 19 points there.
Yes. So congratulations, big congratulations to the Christchurch Foundation School, and I believe they have created history. This is the 3rd year of the zone format, and the first time that we have a school winning the Double Crown Championship, as it were. So, guys, it's been a pleasure again. The Sol Esther Maynard zone done and dusted.
Yep.
Tomorrow at 0900 hours, we will get started with the Frank Blackman zone. And of course, loads of excitement to come your way. We'll have the St. Michael's School. We'll have to wait until Friday to see that 4x4. However,
yes, that's all right. We can wait.
Yes, they'll be gunning to retain their title as well. So, on behalf of the entire team, and before we go, we must pay credit to our sponsors.
Of course, Pharmacy Sales Caribbean Inc. We want to say thanks to you, as well as Ozone Wireless, Scotiabank, Sagicor, Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union, Brighton Stokes, and certainly Flawless Gym. Thank you very much for your support, and thank you, the viewers, for staying with us to view this coverage of the Esther Maynard Zone, the Sol Esther Maynard Zone, as we concluded the 2nd day. So congratulations as well to the newly crowned champions, Christchurch Foundation. And tomorrow we'll be here at the National Stadium once again with the Frank Blackman Zone. I am Ian Webster. This is Michael Jules, and on my left, your right, is Mr. Perry Barnett. We are sports.bb, bringing you the best in sports coverage.
With Ozone, get Wi-Fi with your MiFi. Get the Ozone data experience with your very own portable Wi-Fi hotspot wherever you go. No matter the device, share the connection, stay in the moment, and never skip a beat. Buy an Ozone MiFi and activate a MiFi or data plan of your choice. Get Wi-Fi with your MiFi with Ozone Wireless beyond a network.
Yes is a beautiful word. It empowers us. It brings satisfaction. And since you earn up to 3% cash back on everyday purchases with the Scotiabank Gold MasterCard, that's a lot of satisfaction, a lot more often. Plus, you get a welcome bonus from the get-go. Scotiabank Gold MasterCard is the card that keeps on giving, so it's easier for you to create many more precious yes moments. Apply for yours today. Call or visit a Scotiabank branch to find out more. Conditions apply.
When your kids fall, you're always there to pick them up. Sagicor wants to do the same for you. Introducing Life Protector, an invaluable policy that provides you with a lump sum payment should you be diagnosed with a critical illness. With added financial flexibility to keep your family's future bright, we'll provide a helping hand when you need it most. For more details, contact a Sagicor advisor today. Sagicor, wise financial thinking for life.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union Crib Club.
It's more than just money.
Home development with the Crib Club. You're young and you need to save money with the Crib Club. Savings have value and sustainability. So listen, children, show some discipline. It is beneficial for you. When you save, you see the value.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union Crib Club. More than just money with the credit union Crib Club.
Yeah!
With Ozone, get Wi-Fi with your MiFi. Get the Ozone data experience with your very own portable Wi-Fi hotspot wherever you go. No matter the device, share the connection, stay in the moment, and never skip a beat. Buy an Ozone MiFi and activate a MiFi or data plan of your choice. Get Wi-Fi with your MiFi with Ozone Wireless beyond a network.
Yes is a beautiful word. It empowers us. It brings satisfaction. And since you earn up to 3% cash back on everyday purchases with the Scotiabank Gold MasterCard, that's a lot of satisfaction, a lot more often. Plus, you get a welcome bonus from the get-go. Scotiabank Gold MasterCard is the card that keeps on giving, so it's easier for you to create many more precious yes moments. Apply for yours today. Call or visit a Scotiabank branch to find out more. Conditions apply.
When your kids fall, you're always there to pick them up. Sagicor wants to do the same for you. Introducing Life Protector, an invaluable policy that provides you with a lump sum payment should you be diagnosed with a critical illness. With added financial flexibility to keep your family's future bright, we'll provide a helping hand when you need it most. For more details, contact a Sagicor advisor today. Sagicor, wise financial thinking for life.